Yo, what's going on guys? Evan Tanaka here, back with another video. In today's video, I'm be ranking the best cards in NBA 2K22 Myteam on a tier list. As you guys can see, we got a tier list ranking from S all the way down to D tier. For this tier list, it's gonna be a little bit different than normally. Normally D tier, I wouldn't recommend running these cards, but on this list, any single card you guys see can definitely be ran, but obviously I'll be ranking the cards, A will be better than B tier will be better than C tier, but any card on this list you guys can definitely run and have a lot of success with. So looking at the first card on the list, it is going to be Dark Matter Artist Gilmore. I think he's probably a B tier card. You guys got to remember, literally all the best cards in the game are on this list, so if a card's in B tier, that means there's still a super elite card in the game. Blake Griffin, I think, is on the same level as a guy like Artist Gilmore. Also, I'm not going to be checking 2KDB as much because we have a lot of cards to go through. Bob Nedelecki, I do think he's A tier. He might get moved into S tier. I do think he is the best power forward in the game. If we quickly look at Bob Nedelecki here, we can see he's just such a good power forward. 6'9", 7-foot wingspan. Stats are pretty much perfect. He's got a great jump shot. That's the best thing about him. Set shot 25 is probably the fastest jump shot in the game right now, and he has it on very quick. He's got quick dribble style. I do think he is the best power forward in the game. Also, comment down below a card's name. Like, for example, if I missed a card, comment their name down below, and I'll tell you guys what tier I think they're in. Obviously, I can't get through every single card. I'm missing out on a bunch of cards. I do know that, but I can't get through every single card. So comment their name down below, and I'll give them a ranking S all the way down to D tier. Next card is going to be Kassius Russell, and I do think he's really good, but I think for this list, he's going to be in C tier. Now, he is still a very good card. I run him on my team. I do think he is still a very good shooting guard. Cedric Maxwell, easily A tier card in the game. Cedric Maxwell and Kassius Russell are very similar cards. They both have that base 3 jump shot, but Cedric Maxwell has it on very quick, and he has a quick dribble style, which is obviously really good. And he's 6'8" with a 7'1" wingspan, which is a lot better than Kassius Russell. So defensively, really good card as well. And then offensively, Cedric Maxwell is still one of the best 3 hunters in the game. So I do definitely think he's an A tier card. He's better than Artist Gilmore and better than Blake Griffin in my opinion. Chris Mullen, he's gonna be right below Cedric Maxwell. I think he's going to be like super high B tier, probably the best card in B tier, but I just don't think he's on the same level as Cedric, in my opinion. I know some people like Chris Mullen better than Cedric Maxwell, but I think for me, you know what? I think we'll put the cards right beside each other because they're super good. They're both like the 2 best shooting guards in the game. Next card on the list is me, David Robinson. I do think he's an A tier card still. He may be a little bit, not outdated, but we do have Kristaps Porzingis. We do have Kareem. But in my opinion, I still think he's the second best center in the game. 7'1" tall, 7'5" wingspan. He's a really complete overall center. He has a really good big man jump shot. Probably the second best big man jump shot in the game. So in my opinion, I do like David Robinson a lot. Next card is going to be Giannis. I think he's an S tier card because I do think, like, the thing with Giannis is he's like super versatile. Like, he's a top 3 shooting guard in my opinion, maybe a top 5 shooting guard, and he's a top 3 small forward in my opinion. So he's super versatile at the 2 and the 3. I mean, we all know what Giannis can do. 6'11", 7'4" wingspan, amazing defense, and it's Giannis, right? He's gonna get really good animations, going to the basket. He's a super glitchy card. I think we all know how good this Giannis card is. He's gonna be an S tier for now. Maybe he gets moved down. Maybe we keep him in S tier. Next card on the list is going to be Hakeem. And as much as I like Hakeem, I think he's going to be in B tier, maybe even high C tier. I'm going to go high C tier for now. I'm a big fan of Hakeem. I run him on my team sometimes. I do think he's a really good center, but I think there's a lot better cards on this list than Hakeem. Jonathan Isaac, A tier. Jonathan Isaac, a very good small forward and power forward. Kind of like Giannis, he's very versatile. He can play the 3 and be like a top 5 small forward, and he can potentially be a top 5 power forward as well because he's super versatile at the small forward and power forward position. Next card on the list, Michael Jordan, the best card in the game. On next gen, I do think Luka is a better card and the best card in the game. On next gen, I think Luka is, but on current gen, and then still on next gen, Michael Jordan, easily the best card in the game. He literally runs my team right now. Such a good offensive card, really good defensively. Jump shot is pretty much uncontestable like Luka. He's got quick dribble style. He's got Trae Young's size up escape package, which is probably the best size up escape in the game. Really good SIGs overall, quick dribble style. Like I said, amazing stats and badges. Michael Jordan, in my opinion, easily the best card in the game. Next on the list is gonna be Josh Giddy. I'm throwing a lot of guys in A tier, so I'm actually gonna move like D-Rob and move Jonathan Isaac down to B, because I do think guys like Josh Giddy, guys like Chris Mullen, Cedric Maxwell, and Bob Nedelecki are just a little bit better then David Robinson, Jonathan Isaac, but I still think they are very elite cards. Josh Giddy, I know he just came out, so he might be a little bit biased, because when a card first comes out, we are pretty biased, but I do think Josh Giddy overall is probably the third best point guard in the game. It goes Michael Jordan, Luka Doncic, then there's a pretty big gap, and then it goes guys like Zach LaVine, Josh Giddy, Dwayne Wade, but I think this Giddy card is really good. Next card on the list is going to be Kareem. I think he's an A tier card as well. I think him and D-Rob, it just depends which one you like more. If you like D-Rob better than Kareem, you could definitely put D-Rob and then put Kareem down in B. But I think majority of the community thinks that Kareem is an A and D-Rob would be in B. Kareem, obviously a very good center, 7'3" tall, got a pretty good jump shot, and obviously really good on the defensive end. Next card is going to be Karl Malone. I do think he's another A tier card in my opinion. He is the second best power forward in the game, right behind Bob Nedelecki, and he's still super elite, man. They're both 6'9", both have 7-foot wingspans. This card stats wise is pretty much perfect. 91 3 ball, 93 speed, 93 acceleration, really good defense, 98 driving dunk, great rebounder, has some really good defensive hops. He actually has a really good jump shot and quick timing, and he's got quick dribble style just like Bob Nedelecki, meaning he can actually handle the ball a little bit on the offensive end. So I do think they're very similar. They're both definitely going to be in A tier. Next card on the list, Kevin Durant, top 5 card in the game, because I do think he is the best small forward in the game. Just a super elite card, man, on the offensive end. And you know about Kevin Durant? They actually made him really good on defense. 92 block, 91 steal, 95 lateral, 95 perimeter, and 92 interior defense. Obviously, we know on the offensive end, it's Kevin Durant. We know what he's going to get into on the offensive end with the Hall of Fame shooting badges and the playmaking. Hall of Fame badges on defense, you maybe want a little bit more hops on the defensive end, but he still has clamps, intimidator, menace, and pickpocket. Jump shot and very quick timing, only shifty dribble style, but I think Kevin Durant moves fine for the card and what he wants to do on the offensive end. He's 6'9", 7'4" wingspan, still one of the best offensive cards in the game. Kristaps Porzingis, now this is questionable if you want to put him in the top 5. I do think he's the best center in my team. I'm going to have him in top 5 for now, but maybe he gets moved down. But in my opinion, I think Kristaps is the best center in the game right now. Next card on the list is going to be Dark Matter Zach LaVine. I think he's a B tier card. I don't think he's on the level of, Michael Jordan, Luka Doncic, Josh Giddy for point guards, and all the other guys in A. I think he fits perfectly fine in B tier. He's a really good point guard, a lot better on current gen than next gen, but still a very good point guard overall. Luka Doncic, I think he's going to be our last S tier card. Like I said, the S tier for top 5 is very hard to do. I'm only allowed to have 5 cards in the S tier, so, or at least for like these tier lists, I like to do the top 5 cards in S tier, so that's probably going to be my top 5, but it might get moved around, so don't go commenting down below that there's a card in S tier that you want to be changed. Obviously, there's still some more cards we have to look at, but Luka Doncic, we all know how good of a card this guy is on next gen. Yes, he's still pretty good on current gen, but on next gen, he's literally like, I think a lot better than Michael Jordan on next gen, because I mean, like, his jump shot on next gen is literally uncontestable, and then offensively he's really good and he can hold his own on the defensive end. Him and Michael Jordan are 1A and 1B on next, and I think Jordan's 1 and Luka is probably like 4 on current gen. That's why it makes, Jordan's a lot better of a point guard, but Luka Doncic still an S tier card. Maybe if we're just doing a current gen list, he'd probably be in like B or A tier, but for overall, he is definitely going to be in S. Thought Maker, really good card. I'm gonna have him in B tier, very similar to a guy like Jonathan Isaac. I think he's a little bit better offensively than Jonathan Isaac, but Jonathan Isaac is definitely a better defensive card. Paul George, easily A tier. You could definitely argue him being an S tier, but I'm gonna have him in A, probably one of the highest cards in A tier for me. Tim Duncan, yes, he's really good, but I don't think he's on the same level as, Jonathan Isaac, Thon Maker, Blake Griffin, Artis Gilmore. Tim Duncan, he's going to be high C tier. Him, Hakeem, and Kassius Russell, I think are very good cards. I literally run Tim Duncan and I run Kassius Russell on my team, so trust me, I'm not thinking the cards are bad. I run them as well. Next card is me, Vince Carter. I think he's on this kind of the same level. I don't think he's a top shooting guard in the game, but like I said, he's still a very good card. Would I run him or Kassius Russell? That's a big debate. Kassius Russell and Vince Carter don't do the same things, but they're very similar at the shooting guard position. Next card is me, Dwayne Wade. I do think he's B tier. Yeah, I think he's B tier because he's a little bit better than these guys, but you could definitely have him high C, but if he's going to be in B tier, he's definitely going to be lower on that list. I mean, Dwayne Wade on current gen's probably a top 4, top 5 point guard. On next gen, he's probably 5 or 6, but Dwayne Wade's still really good. I run him on my team. He's my backup point guard behind Luka Doncic. I do think he's really good, man. Really good defensive card. He's going to get you buckets on the offensive end, 3 hunting, going to the basket, got his jump shot on quick timing. He's got quick dribble style. He's got Kobe escape package. He's got some really good animations as well, going to the basket and on the defensive end. And final card on the list is going to be Zion Williamson, who I think is probably top of A tier. I do think, you know, guys like Kevin Durant, Giannis are a little bit better, but that's my tier list. Let me know in the comment section down below, what would you guys change about my tier list? What players would you guys have in S tier? What players would you guys change in A tier and B tier? Let me know, like I said, if I missed any cards as well, and I'll let you guys know what tier I think they're in. But hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.